So this Bottle of Dew is written by Indian writer Sudha Murthy, and she writes the stories in a very simple manner. The diction is very simple so that every single child can understand her stories. And this is depicted using rural background. Children, what do you mean by rural background? Where do we live? In which background do we stay? This is urban background, city background, right? So rural background is a place where you can find so many fields uh, and so many crops, like villages. Okay, it is called as a rural background. This story revolves around the characters are from the rural background and very simple uh, background situations are there so that all the people can understand the stories in a very simple manner. And coming to the story now, it's a very simple story which enlightens a person to understand the importance of hard work, right? So there are no shortcuts for success. You don't have any shortcut for success, children. You need to really work hard. For example, if I have to make porridge in my kitchen, so if I chant some mantra in the kitchen, will porridge appear in my pot? No, right? I should take some rice, some lentils, and I need to take the pot. I need to put the water, wash the lentils, wash the rice, put it in the pot, boil it, and use all the ingredients so that I get proper porridge in my pot. Only then I can serve the porridge in my plate, right? So whenever you do something, whatever work you do, you need to work hard on that. So there is this fellow, Ramanatha, in a village who always believed that there existed some potion. What do you mean by potion, children? Potion, potion. It's a magical liquid where you can read only in the books, which can turn anything into gold. He must have read it somewhere and he must have thought that he can use this potion to make himself more wealthier. Already he is a wealthy person. He was left with many hectares of land by his father, who is a landlord. What do you mean by landlord? A person who owns large pieces of land. Who is the owner for that? Is a landlord, right? So he is having lot of wealth. He is a wealthy person. But even then, he was he in a fancy world, is an imaginary world, thinking that he can get something very easily into his hand, right? So he was going on wandering here and there, gathering information, getting the things from others, and using the money that his father has he has inherited from his father. It was going on wasting money on that. Ramanatha's wife, she cautioned him many times. She told him not to waste that money, but he never heeded her voice, and he was going here and there. So one day, when he was doing such thing at home, a sage has come to his village, a holy person who has the knowledge of so many things, who has moved about to many other places and has so much of knowledge, has come to that place. So this fellow, having thought that the sage may help him to find the potion, he runs and goes to his person and he becomes his disciple. He becomes his disciple and slowly asks him, "See, where can I find the potion?" Sage then he understands. He gathers information. He gets information. He's a man of wisdom, right? He gets information. So gathering the information, after getting the information, he wants this fellow to set right, to move on a right path. Then he takes up one thing. He says, "Oh yeah, I know how to make this potion." So do one thing. You have to plant a banana plant, right? And early in the morning during winter season, when the plant has dew on the plant leaf, dew, small droplets of water that are formed due to the mist in the air. So water droplets are formed on the leaf, right? So this Ramanatha was asked to collect 5 liters of dew in a bottle, in a small bottle. So what happens is, this man, he's worried now because winter season all through that he cannot collect all 5 liters of water in one winter season, right? Because winter season lasts not that, it not lasts longer. So he asks this sage, how can I collect 5 liters of this dew in just in span of few months? So this man says, no, I give you the chance of planting as many banana plants as possible, and see that only you should plant and you should water and only you should collect the dew. So he takes it as this thing, and he goes there, and he goes to his wife and he tells what this sage has told him, and he gathers some plants and he plants in the land that what he has inherited from his father. And he starts working hard really in the field. He used to plant them, he used to water them, and early in the morning before the sunrise only he should go, because once the sun rises, the mist will become into vapor and it evaporates, right? So before the sun rose, he used to go and used to find the dew on that leaf, and he used to collect the dew slowly into a bottle. It nearly took 6 long years for him to collect 5 liters of dew. By that time, he raised so many crops of banana, and his wife sold them in the market, and in turn changed that plantation into the worth of gold. So he ran. This man is not bothered about the plantation. This man is not bothered about the bananas. This man is not bothered about the crop. This man's focus is only on the dew. But knowingly or unknowingly, he has put his hard work into that, in raising the crops, in collecting the dew, and keeping in the bottle. So he runs to the sage to show the bottle of dew. And this sage, with a smile, with a curve of smile on his face, with a smile on the face, he takes that bottle of dew and throws it on the copper vessel. But no change happens there. It doesn't turn into a golden vessel. Then he tells. In the meantime, Ramnada's wife, she comes there with a box of gold. Then the sage smiles and says, this is the real gold that you have acquired with your hard work. Then Ramanatha understands that hard work always pays and there is no shortcut for hard work. So then he really feels very happy taking that box of gold from his wife because it is sheer hard work, right? So there is no point of feeling bad for his hard work. He enjoys that.